alpha mutation says you gain resist. What does that mean?
Resist is we resist with a number, I imagine. You take that number less damage from that damage source. So if you've got resist radiation,
Basically
5,
allows you to soak a certain kind of damage.
so if you've got resist radiation 5, you take 10 radiation damage, you only take 5 to damage.
Any damage. That's not bad. I'll take that.
Any damage, holy cow.
Cool. Right.
Considering you just got slashed, would have been nice to have dropped that amount by a certain amount.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yes.
which, as I recall, adaptive resistance is what I had just done as a random draw, so that's 10. So you would have taken 10 less points. So
that would have been really nice. But resting is fine too.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So now about the question.
So, first of all, I know future Ross would regret me saying this, but I feel like if you scavenge around amongst the remains of the robots, then there may be bits and pieces that equal one piece or a megatech each.
I strongly suspect that would be the case.
Maybe Tazay would like to draw some random megatech from there and see what we found.
Yes. How many pieces of Omegatech do we find?
3. Oh, 3, but I don't know if Hammer built her own deck if you wanted to call something. We can rules for rolling for that if you want.
Do we have the deck? I mean, I haven't.
On one, but I think there is this rule about having to roll 10 or better to be able to use my own probably would apply, right?
That doesn't apply with those. Find your page. If you want, you have got a deck of your own. Haven't you?
Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
Okay, right.
I mean, it's cool with alpha mutations, but it kind of breaks my suspension of disbelief to have a personal Omegatech deck for some reason. Just me.
You're talking to an inventor, an engineer. So
Right.
yes.
It works for some characters, just not for me or Geiger.
I mean,
no.
Right.
Racist, no.
Come on, I didn't say that.
We find a plasma sword. One-handed melee encounter electricity and fire, but the attack is level +8 versus AC. The damage is 3d10 plus strength plus twice your level, electricity and fire.
That's for
damage.
Leica. She's the sword and stabby lady.
And you can also salvage this when you reach level 6.
And nobody else wants it?
It's,
We also found another Blather gecko.
She has one on each shoulder.
You know, what's really sad is that you could have stayed in the past and used your blather gecko to understand what they were saying, and that would have been wonderful. I'm almost tempted. I'm beginning to wonder. I have an idea. Okay, blather gecko.
Oh, well.
Go on.
The third one. Oh, we have a family of geckos. Maybe they can have children.
Right.
So we find a cracked ray gun. One-hand range. It says it's a one-handed weapon. It's range 10. It's necrotic. It does. It's an attack versus will, which is really cool. And it does 48 plus wisdom plus twice your level necrotic damage.
So it's kind of like some sort of death psychic gun?
It's incredible.
That's weird.
48 plus wisdom plus twice your level necrotic damage, and the target falls unconscious, so ends. In addition, you fall out unconscious, save ends. This is interesting. Because it's
cracked and doesn't work properly.
Right. Huh.
This is an interesting piece of tech. I don't know.
I'm not sure we should do anything with it. Let's tote it along and keep it for emergencies, I suppose. But
Sounds like Geiger.
yeah. Although Geiger's definitely going to have the gecko. That's all there is to it.
Yeah,
The double
that's
gecko.
the problem.
So no, I don't think it's a problem. I mean, we'll keep that gun around. Doesn't matter who carries it, right? So
Okay, I'll keep the 2 blaster geckos. This is kind of strange.
I like the
But
geckos.
okay.
So I
Yeah,
have
me too.
several
Animals.
concerns and questions. I have questions.
Yes.
Well, first, what are the rules for recovering from the radiation sickness? Just so I know.
Yes,
Okay.
please.
The basic rule, which is not going to work properly because there's no endurance skill roll, so it's going to be a constitution attribute roll that you make every time you take a long rest.
Oh, okay. Well, that means I would do that now if we take a long rest.
You would. It seems like you're taking a long while. So, yes, you're taking a long assuming you're taking a long rest, as
Okay.
opposed to a short rest. That, and depending on the result of the roll, and I need to check. I wrote it down. I do have some numbers. Basically, so it will be your level plus your constitution bonus versus a target number. If you beat the target number by a certain amount, you get better. If you exceed it by a lesser amount, you don't get any worse. And if you fail to exceed the target number, you worse. And new and bad effects happen as your radiation sickness progresses and gets worse.
So I have a +6, which is nice. So let's see what happens. Okay?
What did I... Just give me a moment to work out what the target number should be, because I failed to do it properly last time.
I still need to give names to these geckos.
You have to find some.
Well, one is going to be Fable.
Okay, right, sorry, I've got the numbers. Right. Make sure roll.
Okay. Oh, not so great. My total is 11. Which
Oh, okay. I'm
assuming I
afraid
get
that
no
is-
worse, that's my guess.
Oh, no, it's harsher than that. So that is, I'm afraid, getting worse now.
Drama.
Oh no!
You take 5 radiation damage, which I suppose probably doesn't. No, you're not.
No, I'm not resistant anymore, and I'm kind of would question as to whether that would count anyway.
Yeah.
But
And that damage can't be healed until the sickness is cured.
aha.
And you still obviously have the same thing. If you take the second wind, you would be weakened.
Yes.
I think that probably wears off after.
Right. I think I'm unweakened at the moment, but that will
Yeah.
continue. All right.
So you're getting worse. However, you can be cured by somebody who can cure diseases, or for example, has a device that was able to purify things on radiation. Another thing, as they said, they might be trying to invent.
Yeah, but they still are missing some parts, so they are probably going to comb this place
Right.
Mhm.
from roof to
Well,
cellar.
I would point out that Mr. AI over there was a very radioactive device.
He was.
Yeah, I'm going to go through that pile of rubble first in case we missed something there.
And I have another question.
Mhm.
Geiger,
Yes.
we've seen your mice. We've seen it.
Yes.
But
we need to go to the moon.
I was thinking that very thing, yes. But what I'm going to say, what did everybody see when we went through that, and I point to the rift? Because I saw some amazing things too.
I saw creepy things. And, well, of course, I described the thing that I said I saw the last time.
You do. But Geiger,
Yeah?
you communed. You actually reached them. We all saw the vision here, but you actually were able to go to them.
Sorry, you're referring to the mice?
Yes.
Yes, that gives a lot of hope. We might have been, considering that this looks like a rift in space and time, what we have seen is probably something that already happened in some parallel dimension.
Do you think we could get to it, or that you could go?
If I get to recalibrate the neutrino interference and I started to say some Star Trek level tech
Yes,
talk,
of course.
you know,
Modulate the frequency, of course.
modulate the frequency, rebalance, and bypass the capacitor and whatnot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Emma. I'm sorry. I do not know anything about engineering.
But he might. Geiger could actually go and sit with the children in their ritual garb,
Absolutely.
and at the feet of the mice.
That sounds feasible. Absolutely. Yes. But
So-
right now, Okma, right now I'm worried about you.
Yes, me too. And if you're gonna rummage through that thingy, and I point towards the destroyed AI, since it was pretty radioactive, maybe I can give you a hand, because maybe not so healthy for you to rummage through that garbage.
Yes, please help. Thank you.
And I just point the various things that I collect and say, is this useful? Do you want to see this?
So basically, you
So-
guys are going to help. You're going to help Leica do her
Yeah.
thing. And I don't remember any helping rules, but maybe Ross can tell us.
There are helping rules.
Right.
So let's say Geiger, that is going to be a mechanics check to rummage through and find bits that aren't broken or are sensible enough to use. You will be making the helping rules are you make a check which is probably going to be easier than the check the main person is making, and that gives them a +2 to their roll.
Let's see.
So this is going to be 2 mechanics checks, one for Geiger and then 1 mechanic check for Leica to find all the bits actually wants. You'll get a +2 if Geiger does well enough in their first roll. So Geiger,
I do a 13 total. Not so good.
13 total. That's good enough. So you get a +2 to Leica's roll.
Could I argue that Mark would help me too?
You could argue that he would, although he's not personally radiation proof. I think the rules say you can only have one person helping you at a time, but I would check.
Forget about it. I'm not going to kill him.
Okay. Well, I don't know. I would be less concerned about the radiation, more about the spreading pool of heavily solidifying liquid crystal that's leaking out of the big tank at the back of the spider again. But yeah.
Oh, really?
Mentioning nanites, I think the AI mentioned nanites at one point.
Right.
It's very, very slowly leaking out.
I'm sure it's
Oh,
nothing,
really?
he says.
Okay. One thing at a time.
Anyway, I can say I think you're only allowed to get bonuses from one person, but
We assume it's only one person.
Yeah.
I rolled 13 plus 12 is 25, plus was it 2 from Geiger?
Yes.
yes.
That's 27.
Cool. That's an exceptionally good roll and easy enough to find all the remaining bits you would need to match the over the things you got from the Archivist and his tower and salvage from there and any other things you're carrying to have everything you need to put together your universal purifying device that will purge things of radiation and other nasty bits.